Okay, looks like we are live on YouTube. Good morning, guys. This is a We Refer online network platform. This is a place where business owners meet to do business and to bring referrals to the other members. This we would like to ask our members to introduce themselves. And we can maybe start with Paul.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Paul, and I'm a Sage Pastoral Consultant. We assist our clients to ensure that they're using the correct product and they're using the correct product correctly in order to get benefit for their business and make sure they're getting the right type of reports and able to manage their business correctly. I'm Paul from Tango Business Solutions.
Thank you, Paul. Francois?
Good morning, guys. I'm Francois Meyer. Our business is Opus Trust. We are independent financial advisors. Our business is to help responsible average Joes, professionals, and business owners to make good financial decisions with regard to everyone relying on them. We all have only one life, so what are we going to do with it? Contact me, Francois Meyer, financial advisor. Thank you.
Thank you, Francois. Andre, looks like Andre is off at the moment. Esty?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Esty. I'm from Pretoria. My main function is admin guru. I do business and personal admin for businesses or individuals. It's also a mobile service that I offer. So I come to your office, I see what needs to be done, and I charge hourly rates. We also have a subdivision of stationery sales, as well as printing, which we do photocopying, printing, laminating, and ring binding. We also do school packages with the stationery for back to school. So if your child is in school, you're welcome to give me a call. Thank you.
Thank you, Esty. Carl?
Hi, good day all. I'm Carl from File Pro. We're based in Gauteng. We do scanning on high volumes and high speed scanning. So we help clients that's got that frustration that there's a document sitting in a file somewhere or in a drawer somewhere or in a storeroom to scan everything that is digital so that they can quickly find their own information and their own documents in a couple of seconds. So we put that information on any service that they want, like even on their phones or on their cloud, that they can just click a button and they can search for documents and find their documents. Thank you.
Cool, thank you, Carl. Donnie.
Hi everyone, my name is Donnie and I'm from Woodlands Business Systems CC. We operate nationwide, but I'm based in Pretoria. We specialize in domain and website hosting, online platforms, PHP programming, and online and social media marketing, as well as Google marketing.
Right, guys, I'm trying to get Andre back on the platform. He just disappeared. I don't know what happened. I've sent an invite again. I am Ben Fouchier from Woodlands Business Systems. We refer online. We do, as Donnie say, we do web development. We also do social media marketing, all other types of marketing and database applications. I also have another business in the tourism sector, and hopefully the international business will start to pick up again. I live in Sedgefield in the Western Cape. This morning we have Mr. Paul Bridgland from Tango Business Solutions. Paul is a senior business ERP consultant. Paul has been running his own consulting company, Tango Business Solutions, since 2006. Over the last 14 years, Paul installed approximately 100 ERP solutions for a vast array of different business types. Paul's specialty is Sage, but it's in the improvement of the customer operations through technology where his real skill lies. His primary focus is accounting and payroll software, combined with the general administration process and the management thereof. Paul has a deep understanding of client issues and build credibility through its ability to pick apart business processes and recommend new ways of doing this. I can really recommend Paul to any small corporate, small business or corporate business. Paul is dedicated in what he's doing. Paul is a specialist in terms of accounting and accounting systems. So, as a friend of mine, I can really recommend Paul, and I can really guarantee Paul's work. You don't have to go to Paul. If there's a problem with Paul's work, you are welcome to phone me. And that's how far I am prepared to go, as I can put my trust in Paul. So Paul, you are very welcome, and thank you for your time. You are welcome to take over.
Thank you very much, Ben, and thank you everybody for attending this session. So picking apart business processes and changing the way we do business is one of the things that I really like to look at. And let's look at these following business types. If we look at plumbers, electricians, lawyers, accountants, even Esty, the admin guru, what are we selling? You got it. We're selling time. We're selling time. But how do we manage time? How do we get to manage that we take that time and turn it into an invoice for the client? Always a problem inside the industry. So what Sage One have done, which is a really, really keen little product, they've got a time and tracking module which hooks into the Sage One accounting product. And this is so simple and so easy to use that I've just got to show you the benefits of this product today. So it's a very quick flyby. You don't have a stack of time. A very quick little look and feel of how the product works. So firstly, I'm going into my Sage One accounting package, and let's just see if Ben has shared my file. There we go, screen share. So then we've logged into our Sage One accounting package. We're already there. And if I go into my customers time and tracking module on the bottom there, please note this is an add-on module, I'm able to load new projects in the bottom here. And once I've loaded a project, I can then go out and I can start looking at my time and billing. So let's look at the scenario. Let's make use of a plumber just to make it easy, because we all understand how a plumber works. And most of us would have had a plumber come to our house to do a task some other time. So the moment the plumber comes to the house, the project has already been set up by the main office, and they can just come and add a new timesheet. And once they start running with the timesheet, you can just hook it in, and you can hook over here, you just hook in the project. So I've selected deliveries, and that will select back to the customer that we're busy with. So one of the really, really nice little options we have is we can go and pause. So let's say, for example, the plumber needs to go off and buy some parts, and it's not billable time. They can pause the project, or maybe it's lunchtime and they want to take lunch, and they can just pause the project. And when they're ready, they can restart the project. So if we look over here on the right-hand side, I've already accumulated almost 1.25 hours over here. So I've had this session running for some time. And once I'm done, very easily, I'm just going to hit the save button. So as the technician, my work is finished. I've been out, done my job. I'm now finished. I saved the job and I'm done. That easy. Right, so this particular task we've done, we've been helping Father Christmas, doing our deliveries, and we've got that process sorted. Any questions at this stage, guys?
Yes, thank you, Paul. What type of device is required to run the app, Paul?
Ben, that's a great question. We get that fairly often, and any app will work. So your ordinary mobile cell phone is pretty keen, just like that. Depending upon the technician who's going out to site, you might want to give them a tablet. So some of my clients have pushed out tablets to their team. It makes it just so much more to see and so much easier to use. But anything that can hook onto the internet will work. Great stuff. Any more
Right.
questions?
Any other guys with a question?
Yes, Paul, Carl. I just want to ask you, will I be able to cater for billable and non-billable hours?
Yes, Carl, that's another cracker of a question. So we really enjoy that. We get that very often. I'm sure in your business as well, you've got the same scenario where you bill for time perhaps, and some hours, well, I need to manage it, but I cannot bill the client for it because it's costing to me, but it's not cost the client. 100% you can. We can bill billable hours and we can manage unbillable hours as well. Great question. Thank you, Carl.
Thanks.
Great. Can we step forward? Yes,
Yes, Francois.
Paul, what if there are other items to be billed? For example, parts. Can this be added to the invoice?
So this is also very typical of the industry. Let's go back to our plumber. And our plumber has come in and he's billed time. And all I've managed on the screen that you're looking at now is the time. 100% correct. Once this invoice gets generated from the main office, whoever's logging onto Sage 1, even if I was the main technician, I could generate that invoice directly off my cell phone. And what happens is that all the produce gets selected to this project here, which is called deliveries in this case, and the customer for the Christmas. And when the invoice gets generated, any other component gets added to the time portion, and that invoice gets generated as a single invoice off to client. So great questions we've had from the guys so far. Great.
Super.
We can move on now. Any more questions? Sorry. Excellent. So moving on, we're going back into my accounting package. And if I go to my customers, transactions, I want to generate a tax invoice. I can add an invoice. And it's not adding an invoice. Come on, guys. Looks like my internet has frozen. So guys, just wait for internet to catch up. Saw Vodacom had a problem yesterday.
That's right, Paul. Take your time. Don't worry about that.
On transactions, go to my tax invoice, then add a tax invoice. There we go. Once I select my customer that I've done the time and billing for, in this case, we said it was Father Christmas, I have an add time entries option. Now I can invoice my time. You can see there's my time, my hours to bill. If I want to change that, I'm quite easy, can change that if I needed to, depending upon how I plan my billing. And once I'm done, so I just move this. Create invoice. In this case, I'm not adding anything new, but I could have added any new items that I wanted to, Francois, getting back to your question. And there's my invoice ready to go off to the client with the billing that I've just done. So a great little module, really helps in terms of getting my invoices out nice and quickly. Any questions at this stage?
Yes, Paul. As a manager, will I be able to manage my team's time spent via the app, but still bill the client for the project and not necessarily for the hours spent?
Understandably, Carl, that happens very often in business as well, where the client gets quoted for a project, and the project is whatever it might be, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever it might be. But we as managers want to control what our technicians are doing. So you can use this module for that 100% and still bill a project rate, but manage your consultant's time. Great question. Thank you, Carl.
Thanks, Paul.
Guys,
Paul?
anyone else say? Yes, Donnie, did you want to ask something?
Yes. Once a project is complete, how long does it take to generate the invoice?
Johnny, that's great stuff there, because you notice that I went straight from the module, which was there, which is fundamentally my cell phone, my mobile phone, and I went straight into the app, and the product was already available. So my technician can be anywhere, so long as there's internet connectivity, my office can pick that up and pull that through into the invoice, which you can service off to the client. So it's instantaneous.
Thank you.
Thank you, Donnie. Thank you, Francois.
Just hold on. Paul, if I'm using my mobile phone to capture my time, can I still use my mobile phone for other functions as well?
Francois, we get that question also often, which is pretty key, because you can't see it anymore. But while I was noticing, you'll notice the time there was almost an hour and a quarter, which means that I set this process up an hour and a quarter ago. And yes, I have been using my mobile. I've been sending WhatsApps. I've been making phone calls. I've even been checking my email while I've been busy. So yes, it runs on the side, 100%. Great stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you, Francois. Paul, is there a way to get the invoice to the client before the technician leaves the site?
So there's a really, really great process that happens here. And this is why another reason why I just so love this package, because it works so well, is once my invoice is done, I've got an option to email this invoice directly off to my client. There we go, boom. And I can send the invoice off directly to the client. But not only that, there's so much more. What can also happen is the office can then send a pay now request to the client. So the client will then receive either an email or an SMS directly on their mobile device. And from that, the client can then process a card payment, and the technician can be paid before they even leave the site. So very often, think about the plumbing. He comes in, he does the work, he bills you a week later, maybe, and then he has to wait another 3 weeks for his money. Guys, we live hand to mouth. We can't wait 3 to 4 weeks for our money. We want to do the job now, which is what you want it done. We then come in, get the job done, and we want to be paid once. Modern technology, and turn this into an exciting little app that really makes your business pump, get your invoice out, and get your money in your pocket where it belongs.
Great stuff. Thank you, Paul. That's great. Is there anything else from any of the other members? Any questions? Right, I think Paul is showing his contact information there. And Paul, yes, we thank you for your time, and thank you for this great presentation. I think it makes a lot of sense, and it gives an opportunity to small businesses also to get into this type of technology. And thank you for the presentation.
Thank you very much, Ben. Thank you, everybody.
Right. Anyone else with Any suggestions? I think we lost Andre there. It looks like his DSL is not connecting. So internet is causing some problems for us on this platform, but I'm going to cut the live streaming now, and until